And as part of our efforts here at Joy News, the AM show specifically, to educate the public on all important issues, especially creating awareness on health issues, this morning we're bringing you a conversation on vitiligo. What is it? What do people who live with this skin condition go through? All that conversation coming up right now. And I have with me in the studio Enam Heikeens, the director for Vitiligo Support and Awareness Foundation, and Jonathan Onyame, who is a person living with a skin condition. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio.
Thank you
so
so
I'll start
much.
with you, Enam.
Yes.
Looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
Could you briefly just introduce yourself and tell me a bit about your background?
Okay, thank you so much for having us this morning to throw more light on what the skin condition is all about. Thanks for your outfit for this great initiative. We are more than grateful. So vitiligo is a skin condition where there is a destruction of the melanocytes of the skin, resulting into the white patches. When we said the melanin or the melanocyte, it's basically the pigment cells that gives us our skin color, eye color, hair color. So once this melanin cells has been destroyed, the white patch appears, or the white skin, as you are saying, appears. It is not contagious, and it affects all races and both sexes equally. We are stressing on the point that it is not contagious.
It's not contagious. And just for context, we have some photos that we'll be showing you along as the conversation progresses. You weren't born like this.
No, I wasn't born like this.
And you were, darker
Absolutely
like me.
dark.
It means that the pigment in your skin has gradually been removed, and these are the white patches that have taken over. Let me come to you, Jonathan. How did you feel when you first noticed the patches or you were diagnosed with vitiligo?
Well, thanks to my wife, Helena, she saw it first and just gave me a hint that, oh, I have some small color change around my cheek. And I personally didn't know, but with time, I saw it started spreading up. Then I have to go to see the doctor to ask of it, and then that's how come that I got to know it.
How long have you been living with vitiligo?
It's like 6-7 years, yeah.
What are some of the challenges that you face living with this skin condition?
Well, sometimes when you meet people, mostly those that they knew me before I haven't, they are mostly shocked about it. They think that maybe it's a bend, or maybe the work that I'm doing, those stuff. So sometimes they are shocked about seeing me in this mood, and sometimes so some kids too, when they see you, they keep on staring at you as if they seen some different
someone different
altogether. Yeah.
And you've been championing the cause for supporting people living with this skin condition. What are some of the misconceptions that you've encountered along the way? As a person also living with vitiligo, but so far you, the white patches have taken over completely, and so you no longer see the spots.
Exactly. So I want to say that...
We'll be showing you the pictures of Enam before now, and then you can see the difference.
Yes, that was me, yes. So I just want to say that the white skin that you're seeing is actually the vitiligo. So we have
So that's you on the screen right now?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
Yes, that was me. So we have a lot of myths surrounding the skin condition. Some actually attributed to sorcery, some actually attributed to witchcraft, and then there are many other things that have to do with spiritualism and other things. So we just want to say that the skin condition is not contagious. In as much as it deals with the physical outlook of the individual, it is not contagious. You cannot contract the skin condition just by touching the person or getting involved with the person.
So how does this even come about? Is it a matter of genes?
Yes, so the main cause for vitiligo is unknown. Like I said, it's just the destruction of the melanin cells.
Right.
So the main cause as to why the melanin cells are being destroyed, hence the coming up of the white skin, is unknown. However, though, there are some precipitating factors like the genetic factor that you rightly mentioned, and then also the autoimmune disorder. So autoimmune disorder is a situation where one's immune system is being compromised that affects the production of the melanin. So the immune system, the body cells actually looks at the melanin cells as a foreign body, hence attacking it. Okay. Yes, so once your immune system is being compromised, can actually have vitiligo. Another thing is the emotional stress. We have emotional stress and oxidative stress as a factor precipitating to vitiligo. We also have exposure to the sun. So for someone who consistently exposes him or herself to the sun can actually have vitiligo. And then exposure to certain industrial chemicals like chlorine. One thing as well is some neural and viral conditions, yes, can also be a precipitating factor. We equally have diabetes type 1. Yes, diabetes type 1 also being a precipitating factor.
Does it physically hurt? How does it physically feel? Does it, how does it feel?
So vitiligo is not painful.
Okay.
It's just the appearance of white patch. It's not like the skin is scaly or rough. No, it's as smooth as your skin.
Yeah, it's just like your, may I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like skin.
Exactly.
And it's not catching. You can't catch it.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is not painful. It is not scaly or rough.
Right.
It's just a normal skin. Just that in this particular skin, the melanin cells have been destroyed, hence the appearance of the white patch
What can you do? How do you manage this?
Okay, so the cure for vitiligo, there is no cure for vitiligo actually.
Okay.
There is no cure for vitiligo, but then we have a lot of treatment therapies that individuals can opt for. We have the light therapy, we have the supplementary therapy, we have deep pigmentation. We have a lot of them that the individual can also go in for. What works in for person A might not work in for person B actually. So it takes a gradual process for someone who wants to regain his or her pigment back to undergo these treatment options and then have time and patience for that. Michael Jackson also have...
I was just going to get there because every time I hear vitiligo, I hear Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
When you watch his documentaries, this is why he opted to bleach his skin once and for all.
Exactly. So surgery is also one aspect of the treatment options for vitiligo.
Okay.
Yes.
So we need to wrap up. But would you say that your campaign, creating public awareness has reached some sort of significant level? Is the public starting to understand what vitiligo is? And is the discrimination reducing, would you say?
Okay, I must say that so far so good, because when we started this initiative somewhere in 2011, and I know a lot of people have begun it before us, but then so far so good. It's going deep, and then it's reaching a lot of people. Okay. But then again, we are looking forward to more partnership and collaborations with people. And thanks to your platform again, I'm so much grateful for joining us, for supporting this initiative to help us project the awareness, to eradicate the stigma. One thing about vitiligo is, in as much as it's dealing with the physical outlook of the person, it affects the person's psychological status, hence actually leading the person to do a lot of things with his or her life, especially committing suicide and all that. We have a lot of issues in that regard.
Wow.
So with that, we are going somewhere, I must say. It is reaching out. We want to actually reach out to the rare communities, the deprived communities that are in Ghana,
okay,
that they actually attribute the skin condition to certain myths.
Sorcery and all
exactly.
that. And how do we reach you? Hold on for me. You give me your final words, and then when you're wrapping up, you can tell us how to reach you. Jonathan, what will be your final words to everyone watching you this morning? Well,
I just want to tell Ghanaians that vitiligo is not something that as you you touch the person, you are going to get infected or whatsoever. It's just that the color skin that have changed, and so we should be accepted anywhere we go.
To be accepted anywhere they go. That's so touching.
Right.
And
okay,
bring us home.
So with Vitiligo Support and Awareness Foundation Ghana, we are so much delightful to create the sense of belongingness for individuals that have the condition. So you can reach us on Facebook at Vitiligo Ghana, okay, Instagram at Vitiligo Ghana, and on X is at Vitiligo Support and Awareness Ghana. You can also write to us at vitiligoghana@gmail.com. You can also, if you want to partner with us in the creative industry or whatsoever, we are open to that. We want to project the awareness into the creative aspect of life and also enhance the psychological status of the individual and also build their self-confidence as well as individuals. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So much. And
it was my absolute pleasure to learn from you.
Thank you.
Vitiligo Ghana across all social media platforms, all digital platforms, to get in touch with Enam and her team for whatever collaboration that you will need to do. Enam Heikeens is Director for Vitiligo Support and Awareness Foundation. And Jonathan Onyame is a person living with vitiligo, sharing his story to create more awareness on this skin condition. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
So that's